Alright, good morning. Just got some coffee at 7-Eleven, of course. Today is a great day because I got some more packages coming in for the drift build. So stay tuned. This is my package. This is one of them. You want more over here? There goes one of them. I've been waiting for this a long time. There's like that much in there. Don't drop it, Tony. Don't drop it. And there goes my second package.
Are you taking the picture?
Video. So this is one of the boxes here that arrived, and this is the other one. I don't know, man. I don't know if I should show it yet. I don't think so. You know, I think I'm gonna wait. It's almost like, feels like clickbait, right? It's kind of like when a girl invites you over. She's like, yeah, come on, let's come over, you know? And you think you're gonna, you know, do some stuff, you know? And then it's like, denied! So, but it's here. So, I'll put this clip in another clip. Stay tuned, guys. All right, everything's all buttoned up, ready for transport. Weather kind of still sucks, but we'll get this all installed over the weekend. Let's go. Parts, 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 more parts, parts, more parts, parts, more parts. Parts. I think you get the gist of it. It's a lot of parts. Remaking this whole entire car into a beast. Yes, a beast. So a package came in. I thought it was a new car part, but I looked over here and it says Nestea. So I guess it's not a car part. I guess it's coffee. So for a build with old lines, you know, if you're doing a new build, especially with a new engine, and the engine is out, it's probably best to, you know, replace the lines, replace fittings, things like that. Just kind of upgrade them if you have the funds for it. So that's why I ended up getting all these new lines that I'm going to be making. So I'm gonna run a -6 for my return feed. So this is gonna be the fuel after the rail that goes back into the tank, and then the feed that's going to be feeding the engine is going to be this dash 8. So 8 feed and then 6 return. So we're going to be running that, and I'm going to be chopping these up and get them routed from the back of the tank to the front of the engine. Now, even though the engine's not inside right now, I'm still going to line them up and install everything. I am waiting for some clips and some fittings that's coming to allow me to complete the whole thing. So the plan is to have these lines installed and already in the car, so once the fittings come, I can just easily just put the lines up and then just put the brackets on them and have it all nice and sturdy in there. New fuel filter that I'm going to be replacing the old style. This one's a huge big block. It's a Holley 10 micron fuel filter, and I'm gonna put that in line in the feed, which is gonna be the dash 8. I'm gonna leave enough hose up in the front engine bay because we're gonna be using a fuel pressure regulator, and I don't want to put the fuel pressure regulator on now. I really want to wait until I get the engine and the engine's inside the car so that I can have better idea of where I want the placement to be at, so if that makes sense. So these lines are Pro Light lines. They're pretty expensive, actually very expensive, especially when you get them pretty long. This is about probably like 20 feet, and I think that one's about 20 feet as well, or 18 or so. So these are wrapped in this nice film to protect, and it is steel braided line underneath it. These are very light. This whole entire row is light, so that's good. All right, so now I'm under the car, and then these are where the lines run all the way back there and behind the tank, and they're only held in by these little 10 mils. I won't be using these anymore, so I'm going to get rid of them, and I'm going to be routing the lines pretty much the same way these are. Now there's only 3 lines that you need to worry about, which are these 3, the big ones. The little one is the brake line, and it goes from the front brake fluid to the back rear of the car. So I'm just going to be taking out these 3 top lines and getting rid of it, and then I'm going to be routing all of them roughly around the same way. Now for now, like I said, I'm just going to place them in and just kind of line them up, get them nice and straight where I want them and the correct length, give or take. And then I'm going to take a small piece of it, about maybe this big or a little bit bigger, and I'm going to put a filter in line. Now I really want to put the filter basically kind of where the stock one went, which is around here. The only difference is I might not have enough clearance because the filter is really big. My previous race car back in the day, I used to have the filter in the back underneath the chassis. It's a good spot, but it's kind of annoying. You don't change the filter like that often, you know. I guess it's not a big deal. You just have to jack up the car, get underneath there, get 2 wrenches, blah, take it off, and good to go. I don't know, I might put it back in the same spot. It depends, I gotta see. But I really want it up close because the filter does look really cool, and it's kind of like aesthetic looking as well. So I would like to have it in the front or up higher, so that when I come time to change it, which will be some time, I can just take it off from right there and not have to go and jack up the car. But I don't know, either way works fine, I guess. But that was the easy part. Now this is the hard part, because these lines are way bigger than those, and trying to get this wiggled around the gas tank is kind of a pain. The only difference between these and this is that this is a soft line, so it will kind of move around a little bit easier. So yeah, let's go. So the lines are finally routed and pretty much in the original spot, which is underneath here. And then this is gonna get fixed a little better once I get the clips. Once the clips come in, this will be nice and tied down. It basically is gonna run along the side of this frame rail. I'm trying to figure out where to put the fuel filter, because this fuel filter is much bigger than what I used to run before. And it's sitting on its own bracket. So I'm thinking maybe here underneath, but it just depends where the exhaust is going to be. So I'm probably not going to make any cuts and any adjustments now, because I don't want to make any adjustments later once I do the exhaust. So for now, this is how it's going to be until I get the clips and once I get the exhaust routed in here. And boom, so finally installed it. Whoa, there's a big bug under here. You see the size of that thing? Anyways, so yep, got the line installed. All right, this is my Dash 8, which is the feed. My Dash 6, which is the return. Big 10 micron filter, the fuel filter here. And then it routes all the way up to the front of the car, going to attach to the fuel pressure regulator. And then the next thing I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna shape out a nice metal plate and then put the plate up to the chassis so I can have a nice flat surface. And I'm just gonna bolt these up to it, just screws. And then whenever I have to change this, all I would have to do is just loosen this, you know, crack this open, the other side, and then I can easily just slide the filter out. So I'd never really have to unloosen these here, so these will be stationary. But yeah, so it's done. It looks really good. And once it's bolted, it's gonna be nice and tough. Got my clips in here, so these are made for lines so they don't pinch it. And yeah, and it's just routed pretty much where the stock one was. And it kind of goes over. I'm gonna move this over, make it a little bit nicer, but I got everything tucked in and it goes into the back of the tank.